Some years ago, at church one day, a fella came up to me and said, "I've got a question to ask you." I said, "Sure." He said, "I know of a young man who is a great baseball fan. He has a terminal illness. He's like 22 years old. We don't want to give him an autographed baseball, an autographed bat. Can you think of anything that might be done for this young man?" I said, "Let me think about it." So I did. And I called Mike Scioscia, who was managing the Angels. It was the middle of his season. I explained the situation to Mike. I said, "Would you go with me to see this young man?" He said, "Sure, Ross. What time do you want me ready?" So I went out, picked him up. We drove about 12 miles to the home of the young man. And he had all of his family there at his bedside. They all had cameras. They all took pictures of Mike. And this kid was really knowledgeable. He would second guess Mike on some of the calls that he made and strategy he made. And at one point, Mike said to him, "Are you an Angel fan?" He said, "No, I'm a White Sox fan," which reminds me of your Lasorda story, since it was the other Chicago team. And so we spent about 45 minutes, and the boy just question after question. Mike was the usual patient, wonderful Mike Scioscia. And so we posed for pictures. We left, we got in the car. Mike said, "You know, Ross, I got more out of that than he did." We were told later by his family that after we left, the boy said to his mother, and he was so exhilarated by Scioscia's visit, he said, "Mom, will you take me to the beach?" Well, he'd not been out of bed for months. So she said, "Of course." So they took him to the beach. He enjoyed the day at the beach. A month later, he died. And that family will never, ever forget what Mike Scioscia did. No one except me and that family will ever know what Scioscia did on a day off during his season to make that trip to see the boy. And it just says something about the character of Mike Scioscia.